you doing? Yeah, this is much better. Mike Chain, what up? Dr. Rashid Walker, what's going on? What's going on? We are out here getting it done, making use of our bodies, man, walking, moving. All right, that's what's up. Enjoy your walk, my brother. Yeah, this is definitely better. Morning. Rainy day, hey Miles. Are mall dates good to do for the first date? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. What's going on? All right, how you doing? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with mall dates. Just don't go to the movies. But I don't think there's anything wrong with a mall date. And the cool part about the mall is that it's multiple places you can go, and it's sometimes depending on the vibe, it's good to have a change of scenery. If you know how to incorporate that into a date, you could have a change of scenery. So you could go, you could go to the ice cream place, then you can go to like a toy store and play around in the toy store. Then you could go to a hobby shop, go to Spencer's Gifts and look at the toys and the posters and all that other shit. How you doing? You can if you know the layout of the mall, there's different places that you can post up and people watch and things like that. You could take her into Victoria's Secret and tell her what you want to see her in. If you want to get your flirt on and shit like that. There's a lot of things you could do in the mall. Again, it can add to your creativity if you know what you're doing. Morning. Morning. Morning.
That's it. There's only one.
John Hendrick, make sure you praise the white man for the air you breathe. Nursery skunk, bro, throw a magnet into the river, catch treasure. I've seen them doing that before. I think they call it magnet fishing or something like that. Transcendence says, just don't buy her Louis Vuitton or Gucci. No, no, no. Don't take her shopping. Y'all could go window shopping. You could even buy something for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But that's more game that that you don't know about. But yeah, take it to the mall. Don't mean you gotta take her shopping. Morning.
Morning.
Antonio V said, what's the fundamental principles of the mouthpiece is knowing how to creatively tell the truth and never running out of shit to say. And infinite ammunition in your arsenal. Shout out to Rosebud. Malachi Brown. Malls are good to approach 25 women a day as well. Exactly. Mikhail says, how do I correct a new girl that take hours to respond but not make it sound emotional? Well, she's a new girl. So you just got to deal with it. But what I would say is, if she as a new girl, right? All you need to do is instruct her on when it's time for y'all to meet up. Now, if you're looking for her to respond in a more timely fashion, let her know that if I don't hear from you by this time, put it in the text and be like, hey, I want us to meet up on Friday or whatever the fuck it is. But say to her, if I don't hear from you by the end of the day, I'll just make other plans. Say you got to say stuff like that. And the most important thing is that if you say it, you got to do it. So if you say, hey, like today's Wednesday, and you say, hey, I want us to hang out on Friday. But if I don't hear from you by the end of the day, I'm gonna just make other plans. If she texts you tomorrow, you gotta you might have to either just charge it to the game or just be like, well, I ain't gonna be free till next week. So when are you free next week? You see what I'm saying? You can't go back on your word. You feel me? Because if you told her you want to hang out on Friday and you set a limit on when she could hit you back to hang out, and she didn't hit you back within that limit, well, she's telling you everything you need to know. And if you go back on your word, then you're just letting her know that you're flexible and you're gonna allow her to do whatever the hell she wants. And that's not good. That is not good at all. So Antonio said, thanks, Mr. Tellett. Should you try to alleviate a new woman, or should a new woman earn that? Educate and alleviate. It depends on what it is. Because as a man, you're gonna educate. If you're a man with a strong masculine identity, knowledge of self, and certain levels of confidence, you're gonna always be educating people because that's just the type of value that you have. But it depends on what specific situation you're talking about. Antonio V says, so definition of mouthpiece is directing and expressing yourself. Yeah, that's a part of it. You asked me for fundamentals. I can't give you everything. How you doing? Antonio, that's definitely a part of it. But you sitting here asking me these questions. Are you gonna go out and practice your mouthpiece? No, you're not. So, how you doing? Are you gonna go out and actually meet women and practice your mouthpiece? It don't matter what I tell you right here. If you don't go out and practice, it don't mean shit. So you understanding the definition of mouthpiece from Miles Cunningham doesn't mean anything unless you go out and practice in your own real life. How you doing? Dan Frank, hello chat. Mike Jane says, Miles, shout out to you and Lucario, man. The other night, all the callers were hard headed as fuck. Transcendence says, no kissing the first date, but her showing interest, cooperation, and respond positively to flirting, automatic charge or not. Well, if you wanted to kiss her and she didn't want to kiss you, why do you want to continue a situation with a woman that doesn't want to do what you want to do? Especially when you claim she's responding positively to flirting. If she's responding positive, if she's responding positive, guys, you guys gotta understand what's what when you're looking at it, bro. You probably think this girl is attractive, Transcendence, so you're trying to give her excuses. But if she is truly responding positively to flirting, she would be making out with you, brother. Can we be honest with ourselves? Like, why the fuck are you lying? Well, I know why you're lying to yourself, because you find a woman attractive, so you're trying to find reasons to keep her around, even though she didn't want to kiss you. That's really what's happening. Morning. But the bottom line is this: if she's truly responding positively to flirting, then she would have kissed you, bro. If she don't want to kiss you, that means she's not physically attracted to you, but she's willing to use you for your time and attention. That's what's happening. So you're better off charging her to the game, bro. Trag, what's going on? Mr. Tellett says, should you try to educate new woman or should a new woman earn that? I believe I answered that question already. Antonio V said, thanks for the value. I'll contemplate. Okay. Like I said, there's always an opportunity to educate when you know who you are as a man. When you have a strong masculine identity, you're always going to add value. But it depends on the specific situation. I don't know exactly what you mean by educate. Because if you're just having a conversation with somebody and you explain a fact that they didn't know before, that's you educating them. So, but what are you really, really talking about, bro? That's what it is. That's what I'm starting to realize. That's what I'm starting to realize, guys. You know what I just realized? That the majority of guys out there. There's a majority of males out there that you guys don't think you need game. Some of you do understand that you need game, so you come here and you listen to us talk and so on and so forth, right? Some of you are still not willing to make the full investment to really get the game, so y'all come around and just listen to the free content, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm starting to realize is that there's a lot of you guys out there, the majority of you guys out there, y'all going through life, and you think you don't need game. That's the issue. That's a lot of cats think they don't need game, and then what happens is you end up making dumb decisions, and then when you go through that first breakup, or when you go through that first divorce or that first heartbreak, or a woman treating you a certain way, that's when you try to come find guys like me. That's crazy, but it's all good, because game is one of those things where it's like you don't take it seriously until your life starts to fuck up, until you start to realize that your decision making skills is actually subpar. And that's the average dude. That's the average dude. The average dude think, what the fuck I need game for? You know what I'm saying? That's what the average dude be thinking. But it's all good. Ah, what a beautiful scene, man. Look at that. Got the water, the sky, the trees. Kyle, I've lived through shit suck. Breakups without game. TJWK Ireland, what's up? There's a lot of guys out there just coasting. They're just coasting through life. You're coasting through life, but it's not until you hit rock bottom or some fucked up shit happens do you realize, oh shit, I need game. I need a better strategy. I need better decision making skills. I need a masculine identity. I need to know who I am. Mike Chain says, nah, I'm joining the masculine identity membership next month, finally bunkering down the things I finally understand, choosing myself and being under your tutelage allows me to maximize my growth. There you go. Transcendence says game save lives. I'm telling you, it saves lives. I'm telling you. That's why, guys, that's why so many dudes out there making the same mistakes, marrying the same ungrateful, unworthy woman, impregnating the same ungrateful, unworthy woman. They don't know what, they don't know that, they don't, a lot of them don't know what the vetting process is. A lot of them don't know how to interact with women. A lot of them don't know nothing. A lot of dudes coast through life and you meet women through your social circle, or you meet women at school, or you meet women at your job. All the mistakes. You have no idea how to punish or reward a woman. You have no idea how to vet a woman. You have no idea how to establish consistencies within your own life. You have no idea how to choose yourself. You have no idea how to prioritize your program. You have no idea of any of these things. Only until, and they and even after you listen to me for a couple of shows, you're still skeptical. That's what it is. A lot of y'all don't take this stuff seriously because you think it's just bullshit. But it's funny how you take it seriously when you realize you keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. The chicks keep using you for dates. Transcendence says, thank you for responding, Miles. Heading out. All right, take it easy, Transcendence. Dave G said, would you say meeting women through osmosis is equal to macking on accident? Of course. Of course. You meet women through your social circle. And truth be told, a lot of your social circles are built on convenience and coincidence, not compatibility. A lot of your social circles are built on convenience and coincidence. And what do I mean? Your social circles, only reason why you became friends with a lot of the people that you became friends with is because they lived in your neighborhood or your district and y'all went to the same elementary or junior high school or high school. That's a coincidence. Now, am I saying that you can't find true friendship out of that? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, excuse me, a lot of your relationships are not always what you think they are, unless you truly put time into nurturing and working on the closeness that you have with another person. That's why a lot of you say, oh, my friend this and my homie that and my homeboy that. But truthfully, they're not your homeboy, they're not your friend. It's just somebody that you've gotten used to seeing in your life over the last few years. You understand? But they're not really your friend. So then imagine you in a social circle of people that you only know them through coincidence and convenience. And then they introduce you to one of their other convenience and coincidence friends. And then y'all get together and there's no true compatibility, no real history, no real substance. And then you wonder why it goes to shit. You end up getting divorced, or they disrespect you, or you think your life doesn't work out the way it's supposed to. But that's why we keep doing what we do, bro. So when your life does fuck up and you don't know what to do, that you have somebody to come to. You come to me or you come to Lucario. You come to Miles Cunningham or you come to Lucario. Dave G said convenience and coincidence versus compatibility heavy. Just take a moment to think about it. If you take a moment to think about it, you'll see, you'll realize all those people who say they're your friends, but if something happened to you, you can't call them for shit. If something bad happened to you, if you need to borrow money, if you need this, if you need that, you can't call them. You wouldn't even think of calling them. Yeah, they're your friends when you see them and you're hanging out or whatever, but you would never call them if something serious happened. And you've known them for decades. You see what I'm saying? Think about that shit for a second. Mikhail said, I learned how to choose myself with your videos. I reach out to girls and get left on red, but I haven't been tripping about it anymore. And why? Why should you trip about it? Why should you trip about it? Just keep getting your reps up and focus on the girls that do get back to you. That's all. Joe Blast said, respect Miles, big up. And here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part, right? I don't know none of y'all personally, right? But I probably care about y'all well-being more than most of the people who you think are your friends do. Because I'm on here trying to spit that info every single day to make sure you have a better life. And your same friends will tell you, oh, that motherfucker don't know what he talking about. Mm-hmm. Plug Ultra says, I recently got rid of all my quote-unquote friends. Had nobody in my circle for real. Don't know how to find the real friends since I've been finding fakes. Yo, if you want to find real friends, you gotta first find. Oh, we need some rain. We need some rain. Are we back? Plug Ultra. Oh, okay. Joe Blast says, that's some real shit, Miles. Some of us are so quick to call people friends when in reality they never was. And we have a fit when the truth comes out. Facts. Plug Ultra said, bless you. Excuse me. I'm serious, man. A lot of cats is living on accident. Forget macking on accident. Niggas is living on accident, bro. How you doing? All right. About finding you. Now, all I was just trying to say, I was just saying that a lot of you guys think you have friends, and the crazy part is, a guy like me, I care more about what happens to you. I care more about the decisions that you make in your life than the people that you think are friends. I care more about that than they do. And I don't know none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any of you guys. Personally, I'm saying. I mean, I met a few of y'all at the seminars or whatever, but I don't know y'all personally still. And I give a fuck more about the decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis than your fake ass friends or people that you think are friends. And the only reason why you think they're friends is because you don't know no better. Morning. All right. I know it's scorching hot down there in Wallakuchi. Mr. Teller says, is psychology a part of game? Of course. Of course. Psychology is definitely a part of game. Of course. Certain fundamental principles of psychology is a part of life in general because we all have to use our minds to work. Existence is nothing without the mind. Just like in the Matrix. Morning. Joe Blast says, this is an aha moment right here for me. You're looking for friendship in the wrong people. When the first friend, your first friend is in your mirror, facts. Thanks, Miles. I know you're a real one. Met you once and consider us and Loke friends. Yes, sir. Appreciate you too, brother. Oh, yeah, here's what I was saying. I think you can find friends by finding your purpose. So when you figure out your purpose, meaning when you figure out, and I'm not talking about the whole being on your purpose shit. I'm talking about actually finding your purpose in life, meaning what you were put here for, your reason for living, like the value that you have. What value do you bring to the world to make life, whatever you do that makes life better for other people, that is your value. That is your purpose, right? Like how my purpose is to get on these social media sites and spit this game. That's my purpose. And then I have other purpose of photography too, right? But it's what I have inside of me that brings value to make other people's life better, right? That's your purpose. Now, when you figure that out for yourself, I think that's when you, I think that's when you have a really good chance of finding like people who are on your same wavelength. You see what I'm saying? People who you can rely on because they understand your plight. They understand your lifestyle. They understand the challenges that you face. And then if you're able to nurture a relationship with those people throughout the years and work on the relationship and build a certain level of closeness, consistency, and trust, then those people to me are more your friends than just the guy that you grew up, from high school with, or, you know what I'm saying? That cat that you met in junior high or whatever the fuck. Or that nigga that lived down the street from you and y'all always played outside. But again, what makes a real friendship is the work that you put in. It's the work that you put in, the consistency that you put in, the care, the responsibility. Sometimes if you're willing to sacrifice, if you're willing to give somebody your last, and they've shown you the same, like they willing to give you their last without even asking back for it because they just want you to win. That type of shit. That's friendship. Because love and friendship and things like that is when you see somebody else as you see yourself. You understand? When you see somebody else as you see yourself, meaning that anything that you would do good for yourself, you would also do it for them. How you doing?
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's love, that's friendship. When you can look at another person and be like, man, whatever good I want for me, I want for them too, and I'm willing to help them, and I'm willing to give it to them and not ask for anything back. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it because I gotta switch over to Instagram, but it's been a pretty good conversation. I hope y'all got something from this live this morning. What else? What else? Go to masculineidentity.com to get your soap, get your membership, get your coaching calls, get all that, man. You feel me? Of course, there's a vetting process for friends, and the vetting process for friends take even longer than the vetting process for a female. But again, guys, you got to understand something about the vetting process. The vetting process never actually ends. In any situation, the vetting process never actually ends because new experiences will come up in life, and you got to see how the people in your life respond and react. You understand? New experiences is gonna come up between you and your girl. You got to see how she responds and she reacts based on the consistencies that you put in place before the new experience comes in. New experiences gonna come up between you and your so-called friends. You got to see how they react. You understand? Based on the consistencies that y'all established over the years. So the vetting process is never over. You're always vetting. You're always vetting. But the people who get to stay in your life is the people who stay in your life, right? The people who show consistency, they show care, they show responsibility, they show that they actually give a fuck. They whatever good they see for themselves, they want to see it for you sincerely. You see what I'm saying? And if you notice these behaviors over the years, then you can consider those people friends. But if you just met somebody last week at the club and they bought you a drink, that's not a friend. That's just somebody you know. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know what you're talking about when you talk about friends. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna cross over to Instagram. My handle on Instagram is @MilesInTheGame, all one word, @MilesInTheGame, all one word. All right. So you have a great day. Be good to yourself and remember the truth is inside you. Peace.